I Am Weasel.
You are a weasel.
The cartoon, you fool.
Oh, I thought we were on the Revelation page. Sorry.
Focus. I Am Weasel. Did you like it? It was basically Cow and Chicken.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I was seeing that kind of stuff.
Where did I put Cow
Al-
and Chicken? There it is. I would
Although I don't know why they kept laughing at Baboon's ass.
because it was
Like,
funny. It's a big red ass.
what was so funny about big red ass? I mean, if you ask me, I just thought like, geez, somebody's too into spanking.
I remember an episode where Weasel and Baboon go into outer space, and Baboon's suit fails around his ass.
News to me.
Whatever. All right. Yeah, I would say it's just basically on the same level as Cow and Chicken.
Yeah.
Infinity Train. Never saw it.
Nope.
What is this? Johnny Bravo loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I liked it.
You liked it. You didn't love it.
Well, he just kept having bad luck. I'm just like, poor guy.
so, so you don't love it because Johnny Bravo never got a girlfriend. You know what? He almost did, and it was with a fucking Anthro Fox girl.
Imagine the changes the world would have went through had that passed.
And then there was also
Damn.
one where he had a clown girlfriend.
I probably flushed a clown down the airplane toilet.
Yeah. That was how that ended. I would say this was great. I would put it up here. Not as
Fair enough.
actually not as bad, not as good as Adventure Time.
Okay, Mr. Adventure Bias.
Johnny Test, absolute trash, bad.
Whip, 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 whip.
You're
Okay,
Whip
okay,
crank.
guy. Okay, everyone. If you want the summary of Johnny Test, go on TF2, play as TF2 soldier, and then bring out the disciplinary action, also known as a whip, and then whip everyone you see. And that's the whole show covered.
That's
You
Johnny
got you got
Test.
every single season covered.
Justice League.
Oh, is it the classic one? 'Cause
Yeah,
I loved
classic
it.
Justice League.
Yeah, I love that in Unlimited because it was like some serious stuff in continuities, but some of their inconsistencies kind of got hit because of a Batman embargo.
Yeah, you know what? Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, S tier.
Yeah, they were ace.
We'll place them right here. There we go.
Huh, that was Unlimited. I thought that title card was like, hey, we got Justice League or
Justice
something.
League, I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, whichever was that one.
Justice League Action. Never saw it.
Mix you Spitlick stuff, but they keep saying Mixelpillick or something.
Mixia Spitalik. I remember the classic Superman with the Mixia Spitalik episode, and instead
Yeah.
of just having Mixia Spitalik leave, and that's the end of the episode, Superman just has to keep dealing with him, and he's like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
All right, back on track. Crypto the Superdog.
Never saw it.
I did see it. It's basically the life and times of Superman's dog. Crypto the Superdog.
Do 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 do.
Crypto. Pretty much.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounds like the goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Da, 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 da.
I,
Yeah,
I kind of guess, yeah.
yeah, that's the way you fucking hum that.
Shut up. So, it was okay from what I remember. I would say,
Well, you pick, cause I have no idea.
uh, I would say it was right about there. League of Super
I
Evil. Don't remember it.
never saw it.
All right then. Life and Times of Juniper Lee.
Never actually saw it. The schedules were not forgiving.
I saw a couple episodes. It was basically imagine American Dragon Jake Long, but this girl here doesn't turn into a dragon.
That sounds like a setback, but okay.
I'll just place this here then. Long Live the Royals. Never saw it. What
Neither.
is this? The Looney Tunes show.
Is that one where Lola almost ran Bugs over with her yellow car?
Yeah, fun. Oh, you're never gonna believe this. I love that video. Elmer Fudd having a romantic ballad over grilled cheese sandwiches.
I didn't know that.
Uh, I only ever saw like the first episode, and
I
I would
was never,
say it was okay. I liked it actually.
I was never shown the show, basically.
All right, so I'm
Because hey, let's have the show in like 12 at noon on weekdays, and never on the weekends.
yeah, I would say this is about right here.
I bet you out of context, some people think we've been binging this stuff as adults.
Mad TV. Uh, uh.
Is that the Jeff Dunham stuff?
No, the Mad TV cartoon that was on Cartoon Network was a variety show which referenced things like, that's a nice thing you got there. Be a shame if something happened to it, like actual creepers. There was also like this whole thing called My Little Warhorse, which is basically just 5 minutes of My Little Pony references, like modern.
Yeah. Well, I never heard of this, so I never heard of. Well, I can't read it, but I'm gonna assume Samurai Cat from 3300.
Hold on, let's go in order. Don't go out of order. I'm gonna. It was okay. I would place this like right here.
Well, sorry, it's just I'm seeing a Samurai Green-Eyed Cat from 3300.
Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart.
Oh, I thought that was a yellow laser sword, like hey, bunch of Star Wars. Boom.
Did you ever see it?
No,
Neither did I. Misadventures of Flapjack.
nope.
Uh, I would say it's a sort of okay Adventure Time. The whole point is these two want to get to the fabled Candy Island. Because they both fucking love candy.
I'm assuming they're going by a bow and they're constantly meeting different places.
No.
Because if they're on a singular island, I am gonna be like, what's the fucking point of finding something if you can't go?
Actually, you're right. They live on this basically huge island dock, and they very rarely ever actually leave to go look for Candy Island.
I'm gonna fucking flip now.
Do a flip. The only thing I really remember about this was when there was a concentrated effort from 4chan's X board, which is paranormal and supernatural, and they wanted to get a reference to Candle Cove in Flapjack. Like basically, they were gonna get this
Let me
top
guess.
hat wearing
Let me
skeleton.
guess.
What?
Let me guess. They did a SpongeBob and reference Red Mist or something. I don't know.
No, they never did anything. I think Flapjack was canceled by the time anything was actually ever done. So, you know what? As for the cartoon itself, it was okay. I would place it very high C tier.
If it was Animaniacs, it would have been self-aware of the production times.
I hope there's creepypasta references in the new Animaniacs.
You kidding me? They fucking flip.
I'll flip. I'll do a zip. Megas XLR. Great theme song.
That was, to be honest, that show was the tits.
The show was okay. The only thing I know about Megas XLR is the fucking awesome theme song. Never actually watched it.
You kidding?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding.
Literally, almost every episode, he's like fucking fighting everything with his giant robot, which he tries with car controls.
Chicks, dig, giant robots.
Yeah, and there are times that he would use an Atari 2200 controller stick.
So would you say this was great?
Yeah, it's great.
Let's place it right about here. Magiswords.
The hell is that?
I kind of know what this is. I never watched it. Magiswords is a show about these two adventurers, and every episode they get a new sword that has new abilities. Like turn everything into a sandwich, or makes dolphin sounds when you hit things with it,
Kind of pointless, but okay.
Yeah, it's I never watched it. It just does not seem interesting. Mike Lou and Og.
Oh yeah, I used to see that.
This was just one of those shows where I would watch just to see if she gets off the island. Or he? I don't remember.
Totally is she.
Okay, this is just one of those shows where I would just wished she got off the island.
Yeah, to be honest, I never understood the plot. I was wondering, like, okay, what's a girl with monoclothes doing in an island full of natives or something?
Mixels,
What's that?
don't know. The Moxie show.
Can we have a zoom in on the picture? No, no ringing bells.
Me neither. They actually referenced this in that episode of OKKO.
Never saw that either.
Okay, so there was an episode of OKKO Let's Be Heroes, which is basically a giant crossover episode with all of Cartoon Network's previous properties.
So you could say that literally everything crossed over OKKO. So how about we just put the Moxie Show into what is this?
Yeah, sure. What is this? It was a cool episode. They actually did the whole like cartoon theme song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're telling me not to fucking go ahead and take your own advice.
What? No, shut up. Mucha Lucha.
You're the I used to watch that. I mean, I was like watching when I was a kid and stuff, but then when I watch it later, I'm just like, where the hell do these jokes come from?
I remember Mucha Lucha. I had a Mucha Lucha blanket when I was a little kid. It was really warm. I liked it a lot. As for the cartoon, it was okay. I would say it was good, but not like the best.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, scroll down.
My
see.
gym partner is a monkey.
Oh yeah, I watched a fair few things of that.
So did I. I remember two things about it. One was where the monkey, I forget his name, kept eating
Jake.
Jake kept eating bat guano, which is okay for him to eat, but everyone thinks he's eating asbestos.
I don't get it.
Me neither. And another where human.
I remember when Jake was doing a freaking news tabloid thing in the school. And
That's what I was going to reference. That's what I was going to talk about. Where
what? Just going to talk about that he has a fucking ass implant?
he has ass implants. Everyone knows about my ass implants. Wait, you actually do have ass implants? I was talking about the cheeks on your face. No, great. Now everyone knows about those too. That's the one thing I remember from about that. That was actually kind of funny.
If you look at it as an adult, do you know what you can end up looking at it as?
Don't get implants.
I wasn't talking about your ass implants. I was talking about your tits. But the thing is, they knew they couldn't do it on a female character, so they had to get Jake.
That would have been hilarious, and it probably would have gotten the show canceled very hard. Ninjago, never saw it.
Never saw it.
Yeah, right.
Same for KO.
Yeah. It's that one episode makes it a high. Never watched it. Over the Garden Wall.
I was gonna ask if it was a fucking Professor Layton anime.
Over the Garden Wall, I've heard really good things about. It came out in 2014. Apparently, these two are having an adventure through a very deep forest, which can be compared to the 9 layers of hell.
Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, this thumbnail is reminding me of some kind of old movie, like old anime movie. Well, no, two gnomes, sat by some trees and spent the remaining time together before they passed.
I kind of remember what you're talking about, but it wasn't elves. It was 2 old people, and
I said gnomes.
It wasn't gnomes. Oh yeah, you're talking about someone the gnome, right?
I don't know. It was just I found on YouTube, just like top 10 saddest anime things, or
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was the show that has the famous "How about I slap your shit" meme. Yeah. Squad la. Anyway, Over the Garden Wall, pretty good. I'm gonna have to watch it sometime.
Well, I have no idea what it is. So
Ozzy
and Drix.
Ozzy
I
and
remember
Drix.
that.
I never saw the episode where these two actually get transported into the kid's body.
It was basically by a mosquito. They were like busting a germ that the old body ended up inhabiting due to shite. Just like, where's germ? And mosquito was just like, hi, I drink blood. Then flew away to the kid's house. Hey, new house. Kid sucked. And then kid was like waking up being like, who buzzing my arm squished the bug? And just Ozzy and Drix just being like, oh god, we've been for a squash bug.
God, that just kind of grosses me out. Because
mean,
like
they
that was
didn't
a that
actually
was
show the-
basically a blood transfusion that kid went through. What if Frank had AIDS?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, it just messes me up. Anyway, as for the show itself, liked it a lot actually.
Yeah, liked it. Although what I found interesting was how it wasn't afraid to kill things.
Yeah, well, I mean they're germs. You can't just arrest them. You have to kill them. It's like a
Oh,
it's
I
like
wasn't
that.
talking about that. I mean, they're legitimately arresting germs, but I was talking about like how people got killed in accidents or straight up murder from germs.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the one episode where the kid is going through acne. It basically turns into a kaiju episode.
Well, because the guy was just being like, "I'm gonna be a pimple. I am now Jesus."
Powerpuff Girls classic.
And it was all right.
I liked it. I love the communism episode that was banned from TV.
What?
Okay, so
I know there was a banned swearing episode, but what the fuck?
that was Dexter's Lab. So
No,
Powerpuff Girls.
there was a swearing episode.
Okay, so as for this show, I remember Mojo Jojo gets thrown in jail, and during a Valentine's episode, and then when he's in the jail cell, he looks up at like this huge criminal who's smiling creepily, and then the narrator goes, "Ha ha! Looks like love is in the air."
That's actually kind of fucked up.
It really is. I liked Powerpuff Girls though. I would say this was a pretty. I would say this was a high A.
You know, for some reason, that's just reminded me of the, hey, we're making a live action Powerpuff Girls. Here's a script. Bubbles killed. Hey, Blossom killed Mojo.
Yeah, speaking of shitty Powerpuff Girls reboot.
You want wrinkly faced Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah, just put that there and not speak of it further. Problem solvers hated it.
Have a downward nose with a no.
No. Problem solvers really fucking ugly. I'm surprised this didn't give anybody a seizure.
I never saw it.
It's fucking bad. It's purely because of how fucking ugly it is.
So, if we put it on top bad, do we mean it as really bad? Or, like, you know, it's bad but good, you know?
No, you know what? For the D tier, just straight up, everything here is bad. Regular show.
Yeah. I never saw it much, so I don't know why they keep pairing a blue bird with a horse.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars?
Fuck off. Ah, God damn it.
You know
you
what?
fucking asshole.
Because of that meme, this goes in S tier.
Well done, Internet. You have won the regular show, the S tier. I hope you're happy. They probably are.
Robot Boy.
Oh yeah, that was a nice show to watch. It was like basically about character development, but I'm just thinking like, Robot Boy becoming a real boy. What is this, Pinocchio? Where's his nose?
Where's his nose? So, okay, I never saw it, so fill me in. How good was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Would you say it was good or great?
Just good.
Okay. So I'm going to place it.
It was
here.
actually nice to watch.
So, do you remember anything great about it?
So you say you never saw the show, right?
Yeah, go ahead and spoiler me. If the robot boy dies, I don't care.
Well, actually, I don't know if he does die or fulfill his dream or whatnot. I don't even know what happens at, probably the last episode.
Let's look it
I have
up.
no
Actually,
idea.
that's not.
Yeah, probably not, because I'm pretty sure everyone would just be like, you fuck. Anyway.
Robotomy.
Never saw it.
I saw it. It's basically just robots beating the shit out of each other. That's all that show is. Samurai Jack.
Definitely the good shit.
Definitely the good shit. See, I never saw it though. Not
You
more
kidding
than
me?
not more than like 3 or 4 episodes. But from those 3 or 4 episodes, loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was great shit. I mean, people also enjoyed the artist of Samurai Jack. Also made, Star Wars Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the 3D one. I'm talking about the 2D one. When it was in, Lucas continuity before Disney made its own continuity out of it.
Yeah. Did you watch the new season of Samurai Jack?
Yeah.
The guy looked like a freaking penis.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated.
See, I don't know which one that is.
Okay, it's not What's New Scooby Doo, which is right here.
I mean, I liked that because, I don't see what's the big deal. We all wear the same clothes every single day.
That was from the WWE movie, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Anyway, Scooby Doo
Same
Mystery
animation
Incorporated.
style, so fuck it.
Anyway, Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated was a lot more serious. I mean, you still had the episodes like it was Old Man Jenkins and he disguised himself as the ghost. But then like actual monsters start invading and start killing people left and right. There's fucking references to Cthulhu and shit.
I did not know that. I mean, basically, when you say killing people left and right, I just end up remembering how they investigated an island of, random zombies coming out, and turns out, hey, we're evil cat people. You need to be sacrificed.
All right, so I actually really like Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. I'm gonna say it's right about here.
Yeah, you take the wheel. I don't know shit.
All right, fair enough. Secret Mountain Fort, awesome. Trash.
Never saw it.
Trash. Actually, fucking garbage.
Well, I never saw it, so you have the reins.
Secret Saturdays. I remember this show.
Never saw it, and there's nothing secretive about Saturday.
It was basically like Johnny Test. Like the whole family has to work together to defeat the big bad guy.
I'll get the disciplinary action ready.
No, not Johnny Test. Johnny Quest. This is what happens when you name things Johnny.
Well, this is what happens when you name things on the est.
Anyway, Johnny Quest. Do you remember that?
I remember Johnny throwing a treasured item again, up in the air just for some greedy lady to just try and get it. But then she fell down to her death, and you just see her just first person face plant to a boulder. Honestly, that was kind of brutal. And then, when Johnny accidentally fell when he was trying to get a grab. Elder of the Natives being like, I sent a bird to catch him, and, it actually fucking worked for some reason.
Why didn't you send a bird to catch the lady? Shut up.
Fuck her. She took my son.
She took my son. Fuck her. All right. As for this, I'm not confident in my memories of
Secret Saturdays.
Yeah, memory of Secret Saturdays. So I'm gonna place it here. Sheep in the Big City.
Mediocre.
Just straight up. Yeah, I kind of think that too. I would say it's low mediocre.
We're gonna blow up Afghanistan with a sheep-powered ray gun.
And then there was the episode where, and then that lady was nice to him. And all the good things are happening to the sheep. And it turns out it was all a dream. Skunk Fu.
Never heard of it.
Me neither.
But if there's something I'm gonna say, it's his combat style is probably Tootin'.
Sonic Boom. Heard really great things about it.
Never actually watched it because I didn't like the game.
No one liked the game except for speedrunners because of the pause glitch.
To be honest, I was probably a fucking haven for them. Just being like, hey, look at me being fast. I mean, they weren't even trying to go for the world record. They just wanted to speed along. By the way, speaking of the game, who wants Sonic buried in Blender Physics Rocks?
Blender Physics Rocks. So, Sonic Boom actually has a lot of really funny jokes, where one of them is Sonic the Hedgehog goes, "Danger is my middle name," and Knuckles goes, "I thought it was the."
Hang on. Kind of reminds me of something, just like Amy just talking to Six is like, you know what cheers me up? Because the scene over, it's like, a cup of tea. And Six is just like, wait, why do you say that now? Were you trying to talk about ages ago? It took us a while to get here. Yeah, but we're talking about in perspective, like when the camera cuts off and stuff. Oh, you see it too? Looks at the camera suspiciously.
Yeah, Sonic Boom seems like it's really good. So, but I'm just gonna be fair and place it here. Oh yeah, they also reference the whole Sonic's arms are not blue thing. They basically reference Chris Chan.
Well, I can tell that the keg aged like a mushroom stew.
It's very true. And there was this whole thing where Sonic's arms get broken, so he has to stay in this like hyper fan's bed, which is very like that one Stephen King book. And Sonic's trying to escape though because who wants to stay at a fan's house? And he actually manages to get out of the bed, but then the fan comes back in and he's like, I just wanted to look at those papers on your desk. And then he pulls the papers out and he goes, oh, Son Amy, spicy. and the fan goes, actually, I'm not really into that, but people commission it, so.
And how does Sonic feel about that? Just being like, I mean, people pay me the rate, so.
Anyway,
I mean, what does he go like this? Oh.
I think it's just one of those things where it just cuts to the next part of the scene. Anyway, Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
That show always confused me.
It confused me too, but it confused me in a good way.
It didn't confuse me in a good way. I didn't like it. I mean, it was a fucking chit chat while I was just like, hey, I obviously killed this guy, but take a look at him next episode since he's a recurring character.
It was weird that was a Cartoon Network show and not Adult Swim, you know?
Yeah, because they showed some people that are probably creepy.
Squirrel Boy. Actually, remember this.
Never heard of it.
Squirrel Boy was a show where this kid basically adopts this squirrel. And the only episode I remember is basically the fucking mandatory inflation fetish episode.
Jesus Christ.
Because this kid is allergic to peanuts. So he eats a thing that the squirrel's like, oh shit, that had peanuts in it. What happens if you actually do eat peanuts? And the kid goes, I just get a little bloated, and then he fucking expands like a balloon.
Well, I have no idea what it is, so if you know what it is, take the reign.
Yeah, I would just say it was okay. It was mediocre. Star Wars, Clone Wars.
Yeah, the Samurai Jack style. That was actually good because it showed Fordo, fucking going Doomslayer on a fucking bunch of droids.
Oh yeah, that was that whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, so great tier or S tier?
Yeah, great.
High or low?
High.
Alright then. Yeah, fuck it. 3D Clone Wars.
It was actually good. I mean, first episodes were kind of like easing in, but, anything beyond season 3, and then it's just like fucking hard death.
So would you say it was better than the 2D or worse? Because of like the first couple of seasons.
Because, it had more episodes and it showed more explanation to Anakin's path to the dark side.
Static Shock.
Oh, I never watched it much. I mean, I'm not even gonna bullshit this. I'm gonna be completely straight with y'all. Okay? I know you're gonna be in the comments being like, bullshit, that's impossible. But every single day, when I was given the chance to watch it, the school bus would show up when I was a kid.
I had that same problem when I wanted to watch Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, basically, whenever Static Shock started and the intro ended, hey, the bus is here, go on it. And then, that's how I always miss every single show, Static Shock.
So
basically, I know the intro more than the fucking show. And that's not saying much.
Static Shock actually had some really serious episodes. There was one where a kid gets bullied and brings a gun to school.
You can't see me, but I'm putting my hands together in in a praying manner and putting it right up to my face with with my eyes squinting with concern.
Anyway, back on track. System Shock had some really serious episodes. The first episode was really
Static
serious.
Shock. This ain't a video game.
Static Shock, whatever. First episode actually had some serious stuff to it where he's getting bullied, and but a couple of kids come to his defense, and he's like, those kids are like, hey, why don't you come down to the docks? We'll hang out. And it turns out they want him on guard duty while they rob some storage containers, and to help him with guard duty, they give him a gun. Just a straight up fucking Glock. And he freaks out and tosses it in the water.
I thought it was like, brought a gun to school.
Well, that's the first episode. Later in the series, there was also another thing where a kid gets bullied so much that he brings a gun to school.
Okay, why are minors being given guns?
And there was another episode where, you know what? I'm just gonna place this in S tier because of all the serious shit that this show dealt with, like bullying, bringing bullying, gangs, fucking racism, because
Well, obviously the show wasn't watched enough because of Cartoon Network's shitty show schedules.
pretty, I would say so, and racism because Static Shock's friend, his father, did not have a high opinion of black people.
Static Shock's dad does not have a
His
high...
friend, Static Shock's
Oh.
friend, his dad.
Okay, I was just thinking like, how in the fuck?
It's not one of those weird things. All right.
It would have been weird if his biological dad was racist.
Okay, shut up. Steven Universe.
I'm not gonna drop this.